Let's have a hear now of what Alp Mehmet, chair of Migration Watch UK, thought of it. Good morning, Alp. Lovely to see you again. So,
Morning,
in a nutshell, what did
you
you think? How did she do on the topic that you feel so strongly about?
I think that was probably the best Home Secretary speech at a conference for 10 years. It really was excellent. You had the impression that here's a woman, here's a lady who actually gets it. And it's not just about illegal immigration, it's about overall immigration as well. She didn't overpromise. She warned that it would take time. I think that, frankly, if she remains as Home Secretary, we've finally got someone who's going to tackle both illegal immigration and legal immigration, which is running at way record levels still, and I think needs to be gripped in a way that will reduce it. And she said she will do that. I welcome it.
It didn't go down brilliantly with some parts of the British media. It didn't go down brilliantly with some people on social media who were accusing her, all the old cliches, she's racist, it's okay for her, her family migrated here, and then she's pulled up the drawbridge. How strong is she going to have to be, Alp, to drown out some of that noise and concentrate on the job she has to do?
She's a second-generation immigrant. I am a first-generation immigrant. Frankly, you could argue that argument that if you are a foreigner or if you're an immigrant, you shouldn't have views that run counter to what the Labour Party, the Liberal Democrats, the SNP hold. That's just nonsense, frankly, and I regard it as racist that we shouldn't have these views. We're not saying no immigration. We're saying that it should be sensible immigration. That's all she was saying. And I believe that she will actually tackle the both legal and illegal in the proper way and in the right areas. I've got a great deal of hope for her. I think she's good news.
Her own legal background as a lawyer will put her in very good stead, will it not? Do you think, though, Alp, you would have liked to have seen her put some timescales on this and some sort of chronology? As you say, she was very clear that it isn't going to be easy and it's not going to happen overnight. But would you have liked to see her say, you know what, I'm going to have a handle on this in 6 months, in a year, something like that?
Well, if that happens, great. I'd much rather she said, this is what I'm going to do, rather than set herself a target which may or may not be kept. I really think that over-promising was one of her predecessors' faults. Over-promising time and time again, and then very clearly not achieving what she had set out to achieve. And it was the same with the tens of thousands, going back to Theresa May's time as Home Secretary. Really, the media, immediately she said, we're going to, and in fact, it was David Cameron who said, no ifs and buts, we're going to bring it down to tens of thousands. Well, we had several elections, general elections, and it didn't happen. And people get frustrated. And that, I think, she has quite wisely avoided.